Yo, what's up, guys? It's your Noel, and today we're diving into something that's actually kind of interesting. Or maybe it's just chaos. Either way, Bloodlines is coming back. Yup, the infamous Naruto Roblox RPG is making its slightly questionable yet hype-worthy return. Now, for those of you who forgot, or thankfully didn't play the first one, Bloodlines was basically a Naruto-themed rogue lineage. You trained weapons, fought mobs, unlocked clans, the whole grindy, chaotic vibe. But Bloodlines 2? Oh man, that was pure chaos. People running around stealing everyone's eyes, hackers everywhere, PvE was boring, PvP was slow. Honestly, it was outdated. The hype definitely didn't match the reality, and the game died fast. Blink and you missed it fast. So yeah, it's back, but not as Bloodlines 2. Just plain old Bloodlines. And the trailer? Well, let's check it out and see what's new, what's recycled, and what's gonna make you rage quit immediately. The trailer runs for 3 minutes, which is just enough time to get hyped or confused. First thing I noticed, the map. Almost identical. 2 years gone, and it feels like a slightly polished version of the old Bloodlines map. And yes, it's the same dev who made Heroes Online 2. If you remember that, you know exactly what I mean. Promising, but lazy. Not completely lazy, but 2 years, no real map overhaul? Come on. Heroes Online 2 had potential, but was unpolished. Missing sound effects, unfinished assets, paid access for a game that wasn't fully done. Bloodlines coming back? Very familiar. Maybe there's new content, sure, but it still feels like the same game from 2 years ago, just sprinkled with extra grind. Now, let's talk locations, because environment matters in Bloodlines, okay? First up, the tundra. Snowy, icy, with campfires, maybe mechanics for freezing if you stay out too long. Not gonna lie, this looks really cool. Gives me literal chills. I love small touches like snow falling and environmental effects. Campfires might be essential for survival in PvE, especially if they added a freezing mechanic that actually punishes you for wandering around. That would actually make PvE feel alive for once. But the tundra isn't just aesthetics. If mobs spawn differently in this area, or if you can farm unique materials here, it could actually change early game progression. Players might have to team up just to survive the cold and mobs simultaneously. And yes, that chaos is exactly why I love or hate Bloodlines. Next up, Mist Village is back. From what we see in the trailer, it looks mostly familiar, but there might be subtle differences. Mist, fog, and ambient sound effects could make PvP much more tactical. Imagine hiding behind fog to ambush someone, then suddenly getting jumped by a hacker Uchiha. Classic Bloodlines moment. There's also talk of a new sand or desert area. Could be recycled assets, could be something new. Either way, sand areas often have unique PvE spawns. Maybe new mobs drop rare items. Maybe the area's mechanics affect movement or stamina. Either way, I hope it's not just a lazy copy-paste, because Bloodlines veterans notice that immediately. Alright, let's talk bosses, because this is where things get wild. First, Shukaku. Looks massive, menacing, and not something you want to solo early game. And then there's the one-tailed beast boss. From the trailer, it's clear these fights are meant for groups. Bloodlines PvE has always demanded teamwork, or you die horribly trying. And yes, it's still chaotic, which is kind of the fun. Susanoo's also in the trailer. That thing looks insane. If you thought fights were intense before, this is next level. Pair that with new 8 Gates transformations, and suddenly PvP matches become cinematic and dangerous. Watching someone open their gates mid-fight, I can already feel the adrenaline. Big brain plays incoming, guys. Some new clan content was teased too. Senku? Hashihama? Not sure yet, but that's exciting.
Uchiha clan has new Sharingan abilities. Bloodlines has always been grind-heavy here. Want that eye? Hours of effort or Robux purchases. Want clan-specific skills? Prepare for chaos. Nothing's easy. And yes, this is classic Bloodlines, punishing but rewarding if you survive. Now, visuals. Some cutscenes are absolutely cinematic. 8 Gates, Susanoo, they're smooth and hype. But then you go to water attacks, wind attacks, or older mobs, and the quality plummets. Random VFX spikes. Some effects are insane, some feel lazy. Models, clothing, accessories, mostly untouched from 2 years ago. The new stuff looks incredible, but the old stuff looks outdated, which makes it jarring. Honestly, budget clearly went into flashy cutscenes, not consistency. Seeing that is a little disappointing, but hey, at least the hype moments pop. Gameplay: classic Bloodlines. Grinding for abilities, weapons, and tail beast parts is brutal. Low chance drops, insane difficulty spikes. PvE can be fun, especially with new tail beasts. Fighting Shikaku or the one-tailed beast could take hours or require teams. That's why PvE can actually feel tense and exciting now. The new areas might actually change farming strategies. Tundra mobs, Mist Village mobs, unique drops could be essential for progression. I wouldn't be surprised if early game PvE is now slightly more punishing than before. Classic Bloodlines. PvP chaos hasn't changed. Expect hackers running around, rogue clans targeting you, Uchiha players flexing eyes they shouldn't have. PvP might be more cinematic now, even with 8 gates and Susanoo in play. PvP is still brutal. Imagine this: you're a solo player, minding your own business. Maybe you're grinding for that rare Sharingan or just trying to unlock a new clan ability. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a coordinated clan of 50 players descends on you. You've got no chance. It's chaotic, it's rootless, and it's exactly what makes Bloodlines PvP both loved and hated. Every encounter has the potential to turn into total disaster, especially in high-level zones or near tail beast spawns. And don't even get me started on the hackers. If you've played this before, you know the drill. Nothing breaks immersion faster than a player teleporting across the map with maxed abilities, stealing your loot, and disappearing before you can react. It's frustrating, it's unfair, but it's part of the game's signature chaos. Difficulty spikes? Oh, they haven't gone anywhere. Bloodlines has always punished players for overconfidence. Early game may feel manageable, but once you hit mid-tier zones or start tackling high-level mobs and bosses, the difficulty curve skyrockets. One wrong move and you're dead. Hours of grinding could vanish in an instant, and that's if you're lucky. But now with the new tail beast and added areas, there's actually a silver lining. These new zones might offer milestones that feel meaningful. Progression might finally give players a tangible sense of achievement, assuming you survive long enough to reach them. That's the challenge and thrill of Bloodlines. Victory feels earned, and defeat is always looming. Weapons and clan abilities remain grind-heavy. Want the Sharingan? Prepare for long hours of dedication, or spend Robux if you're impatient. Looking to unlock your clan's top-tier skills or ultimate jutsus? It's the same deal. Hours of commitment. That grind is punishing, yes, but it's also what makes acquiring these abilities feel rewarding. The clunky mechanics, the difficulty spikes, and the chaotic PvP interactions, all of it contributes to the game's identity. Some players thrive under this pressure, strategizing, forming alliances, and climbing the ranks. Others, they rage quit within the first week, unable to tolerate the steep grind or constant PvP harassment. If you're planning to grind efficiently, strategy is key. Team up whenever possible. Soloing in high-level zones is basically a death sentence. Focus on key objectives, target mobs that drop the rare materials you need, prioritize clan abilities that give you a combat edge, and always, I mean always, manage your gear carefully. Losing your best weapons to a hacker or an unexpected PvP gang can set you back hours. Bloodlines rewards planning and punishes recklessness.
Overall, my feelings about the update are mixed. On one hand, new areas, 8 gates transformations, Susanoo, and the additional mobs inject a fresh sense of excitement. But on the other hand, recycled maps, outdated visuals for older content, grind-heavy progression, and the ever-present hacker chaos are constant reminders that Bloodlines still struggles with polish. It's a blend of nostalgia, hype, and familiar frustration. Exactly what I expected, and exactly why people both love and hate it. Am I personally excited? Yeah, definitely. The new transformations, the cinematic cutscenes for bosses, and the potential PvP chaos are all hype-worthy. Will I be playing the first couple of days? Honestly, probably not, unless I want to deal with hackers who already have all the best gear before I can even step into the action. Fans of the game will find potential, especially in group PvE and high-stakes PvP. But don't go in expecting perfection. The game is still raw, chaotic, and sometimes frustrating. And that's exactly part of the charm. Bloodlines is officially back. Trailers out, hype is real, and the game releases October 3rd. My verdict, there's serious potential here, but don't let hype blind you. If the devs manage to improve progression, update older visual assets, and balance the grind better, this could be a truly solid return. But until then, it's classic Bloodlines. Chaos, high-stakes battles, long grind sessions, and those moments of pure adrenaline-fueled PvP madness. It's enough to make people jump back in, even with the risks. Will it live up to the nostalgia? Hard to say. It depends on how much the community embraces the chaos, how the devs handle updates post-release, and how brutal the early PvP is. We'll find out when the game drops and players actually start exploring the new areas, fighting Tail Beast and flexing Susanoo in combat. Alright, that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to join my Discord. It's completely free, a great place to chat with others about Bloodline strategies, share your experiences, and even vent about hackers if necessary. And honestly, you can change your mind later if you don't like it. No strings attached. And don't forget to subscribe. Also free, also reversible. We'll be streaming Bloodlines on release day, so maybe we can check out what's actually changed together. I'll be showing off new transformations, testing PvP chaos, and maybe even surviving long enough to grind for those elusive abilities. So if you want to join the chaos, the fun, and the frustration, you know where to be. For now, peace, stay safe out there. And remember, in Bloodlines, the grind is real, the chaos is constant, and every moment could be your last.